Let's fucking go. This is the goddamn triangulation. And we, my people, are gonna get right into this. Let's fucking go.
Yeah. 3 points to the shit you said was lies. I said I mean mug you rats outside like Christ. I got a mission for the way I've been acting. You better think twice. I got issues, yes, but that don't mean I'm right. Welcome to the 3-point triangulation. Welcome to the 3-point triangulation. Welcome to the 3-point triangulation. 3 points to the shit you said was lies. I said I mean mug you rats outside like Christ. I got a mission for the way I've been acting. You better think twice. I got issues, yes, but that don't mean I'm right. Drop down from the stars. I really wanna make it, man. I wanna drive in the fastest cars. I wanna run up all these bands. I gotta try and make it far. I did it, so I'm here. Made you disappear. I'm a killer, not a disease. A mirror for these fiends. I turned it down below, minus 100 degrees. So don't you really mean I'm
shout out to Local Asylum. Shout out to Nas. Shout out to Lucifina. Shout out to Liana. Shout out to Houdini. Hit that fucking like button. Hit us with a subscribe. Let's get some W's in the chat.
That don't mean I'm right. Welcome to the 3-point triangulation. Welcome to the 3-point triangulation. Welcome to the 3-point triangulation. 3 points to the shit you said was lies. 3 points to the shit you said was lies. Said I mean mug you rats outside like Christ. I got a mission for the way I've been.
Let's fucking go. Big W's.
Right. Every time I'm driving past your house, I think about what you did. It hurts to say I'm right, but that's just how it is. You made your own choices, no one forced into this. Now you're lonely and you're heartbroken, cause I
shout out to Dead Score. I see you in the chat, broski.
When I joined the LCU back in October, I never thought I'd meet people like you. Show me how to mature and how to move on when my mom was working against me. Houdini struggled with the thought that his baby boy was hurting deep inside. I was drunk yelling about my kid I won't ever get to see again. Then a couple days later he got his kid and so fucking proud of him. Nas had issues, we were there for him. The bond was stronger than the internet. People try to joke around and try to mess with him. I dare one of them to make a thread. He had my fucking back when no one ever did. I'll pull up, let them know he's protected by the demons from the north. 2026 has been the best damn year of my life.
3 points to the shit you said was lies.
3 points to the shit
you said was lies.
I said I mean more.
You rats outside like Christ.
I got a mission for the way I've been acting. You better think twice. I got issues, yeah, but that don't mean I'm right.
3-point triangulation. 3-point triangulation.
Alright.
3-point triangulation.
Let's fucking go.
3 points to the shit you said.
I see everybody in the comments. I see everybody. Let's get some fucking W's. Come on. I love this shit.
Got a mission for the
Gamer James. What's good, my guy?
I got issues, yes, but that don't mean I'm right.
Come on. My people. We got the fire songs in this fucking shit. Come on. It's a great fucking morning. You gotta have some great fucking music to start your fucking day. Let's fucking go, my people. My name is Tony Rigatoni, also known as Don Alfredo, also known as the weird motherfucker, also known as the retard, the hippity dippity mumpity dippity. You know what I'm saying? I'm fucking here with you guys today. How is everybody doing in the chat? I see Maximus Houdini, I see Dead Score, I see Gamer, I see Leoners, I see Lucifina, I see everybody in the chat today. What's going on, my people? How you guys doing, man? I'm fucking doing great today. Oh shoot, did I move the camera over too much? Again, Tony just be steady fucking shit up, you know what I'm saying? Basically, yesterday we were covering a lot of the Marvel shit, man. And I've been really enjoying covering this Marvel shit as the Spider-Man movie is about to get dropped in 2 weeks. 2 fucking weeks and we get the Spider-Man movie. And you know what I'm saying? I'm super excited about it. I hope you guys are excited about it. Anybody here in the chat, are you guys gonna go see the Spider-Man movie? Nas, Houdini, anybody? I know Belushi the other day said he wanted to go see it in theaters. He's got some venue tickets, or he's going to see it the day it gets released. I'm not too sure. Let's fucking get into this fucking shit, my people. You know what I'm saying? Tony's just gotta set some shit up. Let's go over here. We get the shit set up, my people. How is everybody doing today? Let's get this. Bam. Oh, that's the wrong one. Boom. There we go. You know what I'm saying? Tony's in the corner. I got to go with my blood work. Fire, fire, fire. Gamer says, hell to the yes I will. I'll be sailing to the seas for that film. Fire. You know, I might have to scalp some tickets and sell them to people if I'm being real. That seems like the smartest way we can make a little bit of money on this. Maybe go get the popcorn buckets and steal out of them or some shit. Not making a statement on live. That's alleged. I will not do it, but maybe. It seems like it's a good plan. Maybe we sell those on like eBay for like $200. We like scoop them all up and shit. Maybe my dog reads tutus, you know what I'm saying? Me and him could go like scoop up some of them popcorn buckets at the Spider-Mans and go resell them, make a quick little profit. You know what I'm saying? Houdini, you know what I'm talking about, Rusky. You know what I'm saying? Basically, this video that we are going to get into is called the original MCU everyone forgot about. And it's back to the same channel that I was watching yesterday, New Rockstars. If you guys love theory videos on any type of movies, any type of TV shows, please go check out New Rockstars. They are an amazing crew. They produce and create some of the best theories, and they've been right 99% of the time. When it came to Agatha, when it came to Spider-Man No Way Home, when it came to Infinity War and Endgame, they've come up with all types of theories and conspiracies that have become true. And I'm really excited to kind of learn some of these things with you guys. But today, the original MCU everyone forgot about. Let's get into the video.
Avengers Doomsday is set to bridge all eras of Marvel films. We have discovered evidence of an abandoned plan for a pre-MCU MCU, or you could say a Marvel prenatal extended universe. That's kind of weird and gross, but you know what I mean. The idea was franchises like the Fox X-Men films, the Sam Raimi Spider-Man films, the Fantastic Four films, the Punisher films, and the Daredevil films, and Ang Lee's Hulk, and maybe even the early era MCU films like Iron Man were all going to be interconnected before Kevin Feige and his Marvel executive team with the Phase 1 MCU films that converged with 2012's The Avengers. Like, if you were old enough to be watching Marvel films back in the aughts, this might not be that unfamiliar of a concept. The whole idea of MCU canon wasn't really a thing yet, and most of us didn't think it'd be that weird if Avengers Tower were to show up in the background of an Andrew Garfield Spider-Man movie, and people were lining up at Comic-Con to ask, hey, is Tobey Maguire gonna show up in Iron Man? Like, the movies came out in back-to-back years, but what is crazy to discover are the several ways these pre-MCU Marvel movies did already connect with each other, or try to, in ways that were kind of forgotten to history, and have only been recovered as we have been revisiting these movies for our Road to Doomsday podcast series.
Yo, what do you guys think? Who would have been the best team up back then? I could see the stars in the moon. Yo, real shit, real shit, real shit. Yo, who do we think would have been the best team up? Andrew Garfield's and Wolverine, okay? Like his Spider-Man, Tobey Maguire, or Tony Stark? Who do we think is the better link up there? Andrew Garfield and Wolverine Hugh Jackman, right? Or Tobey Maguire and Tony Stark? Who do we think's the better matchup here, people? To be honest, coffee time. Yo, it's coffee time with Alfredo now, Eats, fam. Yo, we're coming for Sandra's head, fam. You know what I'm saying, Bresky?
series. So in this video, I will present to you what we have found, the abandoned pre-MCU MCU. So the two commercial hits that really launched Marvel as the franchise we know it today were 1998's Blade and 2000's X-Men.
Yep.
You actually go outside.
Two amazing
What would you
fucking
prefer?
films.
Yellow spandex?
While both of these movies set up their own sequels and ways to expand their own corners of the Marvel world, the only connective tissue was Stan Lee himself. He cameoed as a
No, factual. Garfield and Hugh Jackman might have been a crazy fucking link up, Houdini. Real shit.
bystander on the beach in the 2000 X-Men film, and he was planned to be one of the security guards in the opening sequence of Blade,
Wolverine,
but that
'cause
cameo
he's
was
my dog,
removed.
not
Stan Lee,
says,
of course,
Tutu's
cameoed in
my
many
word.
Marvel films during this era, and
Tony
early
Mag-
on, he usually played himself, walking around the city, giving
Tony Maguire. Hold up a second. My guy reads. My boy. My boy. My boy. Tony Maguire and Chromas. I wouldn't even get around that girl with a 10-foot fucking pole, fam. You gonna catch something. The fuck, fam? What do you mean Tony Maguire, Cruddy? The fuck? Guys talking about Tutu's my word, yo, Chroma's first lady. If y'all don't know who Chroma's is, go search her up. That ugly, treacherous looking fucking thing, bro. Damn, you disrespect me like that, Reeds. Come on, broski.
advice.
You know, I guess one person can make a difference. Enough said.
Helping move people out of the way. The early exception was when he played the Baxter Building mailman Willie Lumpkin in 2005's Fantastic
Do
Four.
the bell shit. Come on. Come on,
Dr.
people.
Richards.
Thanks, Willie.
In the sequel, he went back to playing himself, trying to crash Reed and Sue's wedding.
I should be on that list.
Name?
Stan Lee.
Yeah, nice try, buddy.
No,
Nice
no,
try.
really,
Nice
I'm
try.
Stan
Yeah.
Lee.
In 2008's Iron Man, many mistakenly believed that he was playing Hugh Hefner based on Tony Stark seeing him in the bathrobe and the pipe and calling him Hef.
Look great, Hef.
But in a deleted scene for that film, Tony Stark corrected his mistake and correctly identifies him as Stan Lee. So Stan Lee was really the most visible connective tissue for all of these movies, and there was actually a theory during Phase 3 of the MCU that Stan would be revealed as either a Watcher or the one above all of the MCU, based
That
on his
would've been
cameo
crazy.
as the Spaceman in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, boring the other Watchers as he referenced his past cameo as a FedEx driver in Captain America Civil War.
I was a Federal Express man. Hey, wait, where are you going? Hey, you were supposed to be my lift home.
So the theory from that was that all of Stan's appearances were really one meta character connecting all of these franchises, MCU
That
and
could be
pre-MCU, all together in a multiverse. And I don't know, I think the theory still holds up. But back around the turn of the century, before Kevin Feige properly started producing films for Marvel Studios, the man really in charge of all of this was Avi Arad, a guy who would later be associated with some of the not as good Marvel movies produced by Sony. He was the one aggressively licensing Marvel's brand to all of these different studios, and he had a massive grand plan for a ton of franchises to come out, led by one big event film, followed by a TV series, followed by a video game. And all of these things would be interconnected. And that specifically the idea of this interconnection is that it would happen across media, specifically with novelizations. So for 2002's Spider-Man, the novelization by Peter David, he was the writer who wrote the novels for all three of these movies in the trilogy, included cameos by other big Marvel characters who logically would have existed in Tobey Maguire Peter Parker's world. In the novelization for the first film, in a scene in the Daily Bugle, as Peter Parker complains about J. Jonah Jameson coming up with the name of Green Goblin,
Green Goblin, you like that?
Mr. Jameson.
Made it up myself.
Betty Brant interrupts Peter and Robbie Robertson to inform them that J. Jonah had a conference call with, quote, the noted scientists Bruce Banner and Reed Richards. So in this reality, Reed Richards and Bruce Banner already know each other and are sharing research. Peter David published these novelizations with Sony's approval and with Marvel's approval via Avi Arad after the films came out. So this would have been when the film versions of the 2003 Hulk movie and the 2005 Fantastic Four movie would be moving closer toward.
Right. Yeah, y'all in the comments. I don't know how familiar you guys are with some of the Marvel stuff, but the original Hulk movie from like 2003 was supposed to be the Hulk that we all see in Infinity War and like the MCU, but the actor and stuff in the movie just didn't work out. Because at the very end of that movie, if you guys remember in Hulk, the very end, they have that cameo scene where it's Thaddeus Thunderbolt goes and speaks to Tony Stark and asks him to basically start the Avengers Project, and basically they connect it right through there immediately. I mean, we were supposed to see this years and years ago.
their releases. But this 2002 Spider-Man film novelization also includes a scene with Spider-Man saving a guy who ended up being Batlin Jack Murdock. Yeah, Matt Murdock's dad, who jumps on a payphone to call his son Matt to say, wait till I tell you about the genuine Daredevil who—
Wait. So you're telling me fucking Daredevil's fucking dad got saved by Spider-Man in there too? I don't think I remember that in the comics.
saved your old man. Yeah, we see what you did there. So the implication of that line is that the events of the 2003 Daredevil film, when Ben Affleck would be playing adult Matt Murdock, that all takes place several years after the events of the 2002 Spider-Man film. Matt Murdock was still a kid when Peter Parker was starting his heroics in New York.
Oh, nah. Yeah. Who do we think? Who do we think? The new, cause I don't know the guy's name who plays the new Daredevil, but the old Matt Murdock or the new one with Tobey Maguire. What are we thinking? Cause I know Tom Holland played a scene with him, and I didn't really think that whole thing really played out as well. Maybe he's gonna be in the next film, but like old Matt Murdock, bro, come on, like the first films, come on, you guys can't lie. That's some fire. The fuck? Yo, that's some fire right there.
New York City. The novelization also referenced the events of the upcoming Eric Bana Ang Lee Hulk film, referring to some events down in New Mexico, with soldiers getting trashed by an Incredible Hulk. Now, these were films we'd eventually see, but this 2002 film novelization also includes this mention of a Dr. Henry Pym, a rival scientist to Norman Osborn. Yeah, Dr. Henry Pym, Hank Pym, Ant-Man. He actually shows up in an even bigger way in Peter David's novelization for 2004's Spider-Man 2. Remember the film scene where Dr. Otto Octavius suffers his fusion accident that connects him to his bionic arms? In the film, it's a skeptical scientist played by actress Joanne Baron who asks about the risks of Otto's brain being vulnerable to the AI in his bionic arms.
Doctor, if the artificial intelligence in the arms is as advanced as you suggest, couldn't that make you vulnerable to them?
But in the novelization, it's Dr. Henry Pym. And Pym's like, I invented a cybernetic helmet to do the same thing without needing invasive surgery. And Otto's like, fuck off, dude. But then when the experiment goes wrong, Peter notices that Dr. Pym seems to vanish out of thin air. And then after things settle down, Peter notices that Dr. Pym just appears out of nowhere. Obviously, Ant-Man was shrinking down and resizing to try to help contain the blast. But this isn't just fan fiction, because at this same time, the Ant-Man movie was in development with Edgar Wright and Joe Cornish's pitch to Kevin Feige in 2004, once the rights to the Ant-Man character had reverted from Artisan back to Marvel. So yes, this description of a blonde Hank Pym was something that was going to be in that Edgar Wright Ant-Man movie. And just 2 years after this, that's when Edgar Wright and Joe Cornish talked about this movie at Comic-Con. It was just that movie stayed in development hell for ever and ever. And hey, I broke down the whole weird process of that movie in this video. But while that cameo stayed limited to the novelization, Sam Raimi indicated that he wanted this universe to be an expansive Marvel world with movie lines like this.
What are we gonna call this guy?
Dr. Octopus.
That's crap.
Science Squid?
Crap.
Doctor Strange.
That's pretty good. But it's taken.
So yes, confirmed. A Doctor Strange exists in this universe. This same universe that Tobey Maguire, Peter Parker.
Wait. I don't.
Squid?
Crap.
Doctor Strange.
That's pretty good. But it's taken.
So yes, confirmed. A Doctor Strange exists in this universe. The same universe that Tobey Maguire, Peter Parker, Willem Dafoe, Norman Osborn, Alfred Molina, Otto Octavius, and Thomas Hayden Church, Flint Marko, all transported from to the 616 MCU in Spider-Man No Way Home. And when Sam Raimi returned to Marvel to direct 2022's Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, many theorized that Defender Strange at the beginning of the movie with the ponytail could have been the Doctor Strange of the Raimiverse. But Sam Raimi would correct that, saying that Strange's universe was Earth 617, which is a different universe than the Raimiverse. Still, Raimi's plan in Spider-Man 2 was to expand this universe with Marvel villains. Bruce Campbell's recurring cameos in these films were planned to be the same man, Quentin Beck Mysterio, whom Spider-Man would have apprehended in the opening sequence of Spider-Man 4. Dylan Baker's Kurt Connors would have come back as the Lizard in that film. Now, there were rumors that Peter's landlord of Mr. Ditkovich in Spider-Man 3 was going to be revealed as a retired Kraven the Hunter, but those rumors were baseless. The Sam Raimi Spider-Man movies were the tentpole Marvel films of this decade before Iron Man. So all the plans that Avi Arad had for an extended Marvel universe stemmed from these. Most New Year's resolutions fade by February, but that's okay.
Alright, I don't care about your fucking ad, my guy. Get the fuck out of here. Fuck, you think I give a shit?
Plus,
All right, you think I give a
to
shit?
better help
You think I give a shit?
dubious rumor that
Listen, if y'all seen what he was, that link that was just there, I don't approve of any of the fucking shit that he's putting out there. I don't know what that link does. I don't know if you can actually get help or not. So don't fucking take it from me.
I really cannot confirm any source of that there might have been a plan.
Gamer James says, I love Spider-Man. Probably my favorite character, to be honest. Yeah, real shit, broski. Dead Score says, Bruce Campbell is the GOAT. Belushi says, LOL. Wow. Belushi. Shout out to Belushi. Shout out to Belushi. If you guys want to find Belushi, youtube.com/clout control. Let's fucking go. If you guys want to find some amazing horror shorts, please go check out Dead Score 2424, youtube.com/Dead Score 2424. And you can find some of the best horror shorts out there right now.
For an earlier draft of Iron Man being developed during this era at New Line for director Nick Cassavetes to establish Tony Stark as the engineer of Otto Octavius's bionic arms. Where did this rumor come from? Well, sites like Screen Rant ran with this rumor as fact in articles that came out in 2020, but I could only source it back to this very sus 2018 Movie Phone and trivia article that just kind of declared this without attribution. And I was like, where the hell did they get that? And really, I think whoever compiled that listicle just got it from misreading this actual quote from screenwriter Alfred Goff about how when he went from working on Spider-Man 2 to developing that early version of Iron Man for New Line, in both instances, he worked with Michael Crichton's researchers to come up with a grounded way to develop the Iron Man suit, just as they came up with that semi-grounded sci-fi to develop the Doc Ock inhibitor chip. And some underpaid intern who was developing a listicle was like, oh, maybe that just means that Tony Stark was gonna build the Doc Ock arms. But there's an even crazier actual pre-MCU.
Yo, alright, yo. I'm seeing Dead Square in the chat ask me a very good question. Tony, what would you do if you had a bionic arm? My guy, I might be slamming and hammering that shit for fucking hours. My arm ain't getting tired. You know what I mean, broski? We're just fucking 1, 2, 3, 4, 18, 17, 24. You know what I'm saying, Dead Square? You know exactly what I'm talking about. Don't stress. You know what I'm saying.
Cameo in the 2004 Spider-Man 2 novelization, Namor. Yeah, that homeless guy who recovers Peter Parker's discarded Spider-Man suit was strongly implied to be an amnesiac Namor. After Jay Jonah shoos him out of his office with that diss about needing a bar of soap, in the novelization, the homeless man does a courtly bow to Betty Brant and says, I used to be someone, you know, I just can't remember who. And then the security guard says, maybe you were Santa Claus or the King of Atlantis. And then the homeless man tugs his beard thoughtfully and says, King of Atlantis. Sounds good. I like that. Yeah, I think the idea was this was actually Namor. Now, a cameo that's actually in the movie that a lot of people didn't catch. In Mary Jane's run in her wedding dress at the end of the film, she runs past this guy in a coat who turns back to stare at her. The film's commentary confirms that this is actually
really
Thomas Jane's stunt double from the 2004 Punisher movie, and that this was
Oh shit, so that's supposed to be Spider-Man and Punisher are like kind of like Spider-Man wants to believe that fucking Punisher can do good, but Punisher is such like an anti-hero but hero at the same time.
Intended to be a cameo by the character of Frank Castle. And speaking of that not very good movie, there are a number of establishing shots of the mansion owned by the villain of the movie, Howard Saint, played by John Travolta, with a specific plant covering the blue illuminated home address so that it looks like the blue encircled 4 of the Fantastic Four logo. I mean, all of these tie-ins with Spider-Man 2 were coming in a year after X2 X-Men United released, which included a huge list of names of mutants that existed in a government database. We're just gonna scroll through the names here. But in 2003, it was really just Fox Flex.
Hold on. All right. Cyclops, Skids, Feral, Siren, Lila, Associate of the X-Men and New Mutants, Sabretooth, Sunspot, Polaris, Iceman, Blob, Skin, Wild Child, Cannonball, Silver Samurai, Weapon X from X-Force, Gambit, Magneto, Artie Maddox is the fork-tongued kid from the museum earlier. Jamie Madrox is a multiple man. Karma. So they had a whole bunch of these. Oh yeah, Wanda Maximoff. Mystique I see there. Copycat, Deadpool, Cyclops, Cypher. Damn, these are...
Scroll through the names. God
damn, other folders are labeled
here.
Anti-heroes, X-Men. Wow, there's a lot of shit here.
But in 2003, it was really just Fox flexing to show all the mutants who they could bring in for future X-Men films. But some standouts include Maximoff 2, referring to Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver, Wade Wilson, referring to Deadpool, and Franklin Richards, referring to the son of Reed Richards and Susan Storm, which also suggested that there must have been a Fantastic Four who existed in that universe. And what's crazy about that is the Fantastic Four films of these years also plan to connect more to the other Marvel films of the time, including the X-Men, because in this deleted scene from 2005's Fantastic Four, Yoan Griffith's Reed Richards stretches his face to look like Wolverine.
A stronger man.
Ugh, looking back at it, he kind of looks like that one big-chinned meme. You know, that meme? Now, this scene was removed, and in these movies, the X-Men actors also appear as celebrities who act in X-Men movies on the covers of magazines in the background. So it's kind of hard to say how intentional the connections were going to be on that end of it. But with 2008's Iron Man, before Kevin Feige knew exactly what he was going to do with his Marvel Cinematic Universe, his original version of Nick Fury's line in the post-credit scene was going to adopt all of these past era films as part of the current extended MCU.
As if gamma accidents, radioactive bug bites, and assorted mutants weren't enough. I have to deal with a spoiled brat who doesn't play well with others and wants to keep all his toys to himself.
So here was a pre-MCU MCU that had Sam Raimi's Spider-Man, the Fox-era X-Men, the Fantastic Four of the time, Iron Man, Nick Fury and the Avengers, Doctor Strange, Eric Bana's Hulk, Ben Affleck's Daredevil, Ant-Man Hank Pym directed by Edgar Wright, Blade, and Homeless Namor, and Punisher. Now, over time, these film universes would retroactively get assigned their own distinct universal numerical designations, and they are, as of now, considered separate universes. But at this time, producers like Kevin Feige and Avi Arad really did intend for them to all interconnect this way. It's really only because Iron Man was so successful as a feature independently financed by Marvel Studios that it led to Avi Arad parting ways with Marvel Studios, and the success encouraged Feige and his boss at the time, former Marvel CEO Ike Perlmutter, to make the MCU a closed system that did not connect to these other existing franchises owned by rival movie studios. And it's why Marvel fans of a certain generation considered that original plan to be something Feige is now dusting back off, as several of these older era characters are returning via the multiverse in Avengers Doomsday. And a lot of us fans are a bit more comfortable thinking of the MCU as the alternative to a hypothetical truer Marvel universe that might have been if those movies were just better and produced under an organized, cohesive vision. Let's play. Comment down below with your thoughts on this pre-MCU MCU, and a special thanks.
Do we think that that would have been like a good duel, like the original X-Men, the original Avengers? Do we think that would have been a good group? Because I don't know. I feel like having that younger Spider-Man even, and like Tom Holland in Infinity War, just it made the character. Because in the other films, it felt like Spider-Man was like older than what his actual character was. He was always supposed to be like the teenage spider mutant, right? I remember seeing an interview with Stan Lee where he talked about when he first ever brought this. They're like, he's a teenager and he's a spider? Why would we do that? But then you come to find out, damn, like this character is loved by all, and he's got such a story. He's gone through how many deaths in his around him. He's facing how many threats in Infinity War. He's definitely better than fucking Andrew and the other one. Like, if we're being so realistic, I mean. But again, I'm really excited for this fucking Spider-Man film, and that's why again I'm preparing for all of this. Let's go down to here. There was apparently, one second. Trying to pause this. There we go. Okay. This next video, what we're gonna fucking talk about is apparently there was some leaks or something like that at Comic-Con, or some type of expose that has to do with Doomsday. So if you guys don't like spoilers and you don't want anything ruined, I don't know if anything in this is going to be true, but if you guys do want to fucking find out something about the movie, we're going to watch it right now. But if you don't, please tap off. It ain't going to hurt my feelings. I hope everybody has a great day. Get your coffee, get your snack, get your bowls. If you're drinking, drink. If you're smoking, smoke. Do your thing. It's great to have you in the chat, Thrifty.
What are the back rooms of the MCU?
That's what I'm wondering.
Is there a camartage in Doctor Doom's dimension? My theory for what Reed Richards is trying to do is he's going to try to hijack Cerebro.
Stop laughing. It's a
That's
good idea.
crazy as hell. What the fuck? I think they just spoiled this movie a little bit. The Heimdall's literally dead.
Heimdall is in Valhalla.
Is literally dead.
Good point.
So we're just bringing him back.
He's on my A-list.
But you hate his son. So
I hate Axel.
If you're gonna bring Doom in here and this man is gonna disrupt everything, everybody that's able to stop him has to interfere at one point.
Yeah.
And that is one of those people is the Watcher.
New Rockstars is a channel that is probably doing more marketing for Avengers Doomsday than Marvel Studios is.
Where's our check?
Yeah, money please. Welcome back to New Rockstars. The throne of Dr. Doom has been revealed, as have other important key set points for Avengers Doomsday at Shanghai. They're doing a specific expo that they did last year, and they've used some of the same iconography for Dr. Doom. We're gonna dig into that in this episode of The Sneak Peek.
Yes, this is the Sneak Peek, the weekly podcast here at New Rockstars. We look ahead to the future of fandom with your hosts, Jessica Clemens and Eric Ross.
Hi, Jessica. I know New Rockstars is a channel that is probably doing more marketing for Avengers Doomsday than Marvel Studios is.
I think we are. And also, where's our check?
Yeah, money please.
Where's our invoice and advance it? You guys are late.
The paid shill argument is so funny because it's like, man, I could afford a house if I got that shill money. But you know who can afford houses? The grifters out there who are calling us paid shills are actually making more money calling us paid shills than the people they call paid shills are actually making. So anyway, let's get into this Doomsday fodder. Actually, no, I am genuinely interested in these images, specifically because they were set up for the expo, but there is specific, like, I want to know where Dr. Doom's throne starts in this movie, and there is specific art design with his magic. Doom's magic is, I think, going to be kind of the secret formula of Doomsday. The way I'm obsessed.
I forgot about that. Right. So I don't know if you guys have seen the. Let me just switch this over. I don't know if you guys have seen the show yet called Ironheart, I believe it was called. Basically, in Wakanda 3, they have to save a young female in the city and bring her over to Wakanda because she's a genius and she creates different types of technology with a specific type of rock and material. But she also learns and finds out that she can use magic on top of the tech. So in that show, basically we were introduced to the fact that now there are people who can put magic on basically tech, and it becomes even more powerful. And I mean, that's one of the biggest things Doom does, is that his whole suit is magic and fucking technology, which hand in hand goes fucking insane together. I think it's gonna be interesting, like, honestly.
Obsessed with gamma radiation and Brand New Day. I'm obsessed with Dune's runes in Doomsday.
Dune's runes. Doom's runes.
Doom's runes.
Okay, I'm here for it.
I'm here for it. All right, so we have some people who attended. Thank you for sharing this online. We're going to show you and react to what's currently on display for Kevin Feige's upcoming remarks. He probably has made these remarks already by the time you're listening to this podcast. But let's take a look on our screen here. Okay, so thank you, this account. Reshared by Avengers Updates. This is what you can see from the Marvel Studios floor. That is the shadow of Dr. Doom. In his cloaked figure behind this stained glass that is behind the countdown clock that's currently on.
So Dr. Doom is behind there. Huh. Interesting.
They love that damn.
They love that. But this, like, stained glass, it's not, it's all stained green, but like there's some kind of aesthetic choice that's being made there by Kesser Farhani. I have a lot of questions about that, but let's go ahead and play the video here. Oh, some music. Okay, so this is X Mansion here.
And that looks like the shot that we have kind of seen, right? Where we see Magneto and Xavier enjoying some chess.
Yes, I do not think that there's going to be that big X on the wall. I don't think Charles Xavier is that gauche just to be like, I need to remind people what letter of the alphabet's my favorite. But that is how his chair looks. So a lot of thrones getting revealed in this Game of Thrones in the Marvel Universe. A specific look at that hand. It's kind of becoming a New Rockstar's thumbnail out in the wild. Pointing to the chair. That is not exactly how Charles Xavier's chair has looked in other places, but he did have another kind of new chair design for Multiverse of Madness, and this is similar to that.
Can people sit in the wheelchair?
No, I don't think they let you sit in.
It's not photo ops. It's not a photo
if you try to
session?
sit in it, a nail shoots up.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm down for that. So
yeah,
that's crazy. This is a Bug's Life all over again. If you guys went to Disneyland.
Oh my god!
Do you remember that? And when you would watch the Bug's Life movie, they would shoot things up your butt.
Ugh. Oh, yes. I remember
When you're
that.
watching
They
the
did that
movie.
at Hollywood Studios in Orlando, and then at Disneyland they had the same thing.
And they got rid of it.
It wasn't a nail. It was just a little bump. Because the bugs were crawling beneath
Depends
your
on the
booty.
size of your butthole, I guess, Eric.
Jeez.
Eric said it's just a little bump.
Well, it's just like, and it's not sharp. It's just like a
I don't know.
little.
It startled me when something goes up my butt. Keep going.
Well, how were you sitting on it to where
I was
that?
balanced.
You had to have been like this.
I was going
waiting for it.
I said,
You
"What the
knew it
fuck
was
are they
coming.
talking
Everybody
about?
stand still."
That's why I love them. They're just so fucking raw
I
when
need
it comes to this
Clear
shit.
the room. Oh my God. Jesus. All right. So, yes, don't sit on this chair if you're in Shanghai. And then as we play through the rest of it, I don't know what this is. This is like I don't know, just some kind of, I don't think this is in the movie, but Mjolnir's there. The Avengers logo's there. It's cracked with green. There's also, you can see Stormbreaker in the background over there. Captain America's shield. Yeah. And then there's a placard that we'll translate in a second. And then just more of that. And then there it is. There's the big boy, the Doctor Doom throne in this movie.
I forgot my mic was muted. That's my bad. That's my bad. This looks like the TVA. This looks like, if you guys remember in the end of season 1 of Loki, the TVA that was there. This again, Kang was sitting in his throne. This almost looks very similar. Obviously, this is a studio. It's gonna look a lot different than how it's gonna look in the movie. But even like the flooring, it looks very TVA-ish. There's still no audio? Testing. Okay, we're all good. Okay, perfect. Yeah, so it's interesting to me because I'm looking at the floor there, and there's a symbol. Houdini, if you're able to, bro, screenshot that. Even just screenshot just the fucking, we're on here right now, because I guarantee you that those symbols have something to do and play into the actual film, whether it's those symbols are going to be on his suit, or it shows where he is, because I can't show, I don't know how to show my mouse right now, but if we look at the first symbol here on the left, oh, even at the top, wait a second, look on the outside of the ring, people. Look on the outside of that ring. There's like writing there on the bottom. I don't know if anyone caught that. There's writing there. There's like hieroglyphic symbols of sorts. That's interesting. Huh. There's like hieroglyphic. I'm gonna have to watch his back later. Go find Avengers updates. I'm gonna have to go check this guy out because there's symbols on top of that. Y'all have seen that? I'm not tripping, am I? Houdini, you see those symbols like on the outer of the black part of this ring that goes around? Like there's symbols right there. I'm almost sure. You could see that on the live. I'm almost sure. That's weird.
There it is. There's the big boy, the Doctor Doom throne in this movie. And then we also have the throne of Wakanda in this movie. Interesting, it's not the...
Oh, this looks fire.
And then we also have the throne of Wakanda in this movie. Interesting, it's not the throne of Namor that we see in the Doomsday January teaser. It's M'Baku's throne from Wakanda. And then we have the research section of the Baxter Building.
They really gave everybody their own corner.
Yeah. The fun stuff there. Let's see.
Are you solving the math problem?
I'm just reading what's on there. On-site Atmos stabilizers, space dissipation field.
Who knows what this is?
Momentum transfer.
You better slow down before you say a spell by accident.
Ooh.
Something's gonna happen. Put on the monkey outfit.
Fiora, where are you?
Fiora, where are you? Don't get me started. It's coming. It's coming. Digital at the end of July.
What?
July 20th, Wicked for good.
Why do they take so long?
Because it's such a good movie. Unlike some other movies that premiered in July and are coming out also in July.
Aww.
I immediately was like, Mom, it's coming out July 20th. And she was like, didn't it come out the first week of July? And I was like, it did.
And we're talking about Minions and Monsters. No, we're talking about something
Supergirl.
else. Don't you say her name. Anyway, we have
I heard that movie was
yes,
a
I
flop.
think my theory for what Reed Richards is trying to do is he's going to try to hijack Cerebro.
Whoa.
Stop laughing. It's a
That's
good idea.
crazy as hell. What the fuck? Wait a minute. Walk me through the logic.
Okay. The worlds are colliding.
Yes.
Peach, apple, grapefruit.
100%.
Different fruits last time we talked about this. Or in the future when you'll see it. And then these three fruits are ramming together, but pieces of these fruits are forming a fourth superfruit that's above them. That is going to be on the ground level of the void to become Battle World. Well, because of the proximity of these three fruits, they can kind of go back to each other, and these atmospheres are all connected by like three bubbles that have kind of conjoined. Yeah. You know, when you see three bubbles and then they kind of form a Mickey. Well, because there's a Cerebro, an active Cerebro in the 10005 universe, they can go fly up through that rift to the Cerebro there, use that Cerebro to access all three of these worlds that are connected for any mutant, wherever that mutant is.
Do you think he recognizes that there is something as powerful as Cerebro out there?
I think he knows enough about the multiverse, and just through conversations with these characters, he'll figure
Eventually, he'll figure it out. Yeah. And then they're like, we need to get there, and that's when the Sentinels have already torn down the entire place.
Deadpool will explain it.
And that's okay with me, except for it's not. Please give me anyone else to explain it.
Beast will explain it.
Okay, there you go.
There's going to be a group chat with Beast. Yeah. Okay, but let's get another look at the throne. Specifically, we have let's look at this first. Okay, so thank you, this person, for translating it. It says Earth's mightiest heroes: Iron Man, Loki, Thor, Heimdall, Ant-Man, Captain America, Hulk, Shang-Chi, Bucky, Yelena, Hawkeye, Wong, Red Guardian. Avengers will return in Avengers 5 Doomsday. Interesting.
Wait,
one's dead, one's watching.
Wait a second. Iron Man, Loki, Thor. Wait, so... Yeah, so how the fuck are they putting Iron Man? So that theory that Iron Man, that he wasn't Iron Man to begin with, he was Doom, might be true. Cause maybe it's a different universe. Cause my theory, kind of about this was, I don't know if you guys remember in Endgame when Tony Stark snaps, he's on the ground and he starts staring off. Yes, he could be dying. But what could be happening was, because when Thanos snapped in Infinity War, his body disappeared because the Reality Stone and everything took him away and put him in this like void-looking place, like this like water. It was like down to maybe his ankles, the water was, and he was standing there in the middle of darkness, right? And what if Tony, when he snapped it, he basically transferred his own soul or his body into another version of himself on a different Earth? And what if that's what's going on? He just doesn't remember he's Iron Man, but he's Doom, because technically Iron Man in the comic books, Tony Stark's family, his father and the mother, the kid had passed away. The original Tony Stark had passed away or had gone up for adoption, and they ended up getting another child, and that was Doom. And Doom was originally Victor Von Doom became Victor Stark, and then they changed it from Victor Stark to Tony Stark. So it's just weird. Yo, don't care. I want Tom. And so that's where I was about to lead into this dead score. And what if we get that? What if we get that supreme Tom Cruise Iron Man? Because that's, again, what they wanted to do in Multiverse of Madness, but they never did it. They showed his Sentinel bots. So there was another theory that there was an open chair in Multiverse of Madness. There was a bunch of heroes that were there, but there was one chair that was open. There's two theories. It could have been Doom, right? And because the Illuminati in that was all killed, maybe Doom has some type of revenge. He wants to kill everybody because they destroyed his team. When Doctor Strange came there, Wanda came and killed them all. So maybe he has a vengeance against the 616. Or Tom Cruise shows up and that's the Iron Man we're going to see, and that's what we play into. Because I heard that they might switch the actor of Iron Man, and we might get the new Avengers that mix in with the X-Men. So who knows what actually is happening. Because I know Robert Downey Jr. originally was casted for Victor Von Doom in the original Fantastic Four. I don't know if you guys knew that. So now he's being casted like 20 years later. He's being casted as Doom. I don't know if that's just a coincidence or they told him, hey, we have this plan. It probably wasn't this, but hey, we have this plan where we want everyone to believe, right? The entire people who are watching this film are going to believe that you're Iron Man this entire time. We're going to have this huge arc where eventually you die, but you come back as Doom, and we tell everybody you were Doom the entire time, and it was a completely different comic book than what you were going on before. Kind of know what I'm saying? Yeah. Yeah, I don't know, man. I think it would be really interesting. Hi, Leoners.
Watching a tree.
Potential confirmation that Idris Elba and Benedict Wong are in this movie, right?
I think they just spoiled this movie a little bit. There's no way.
Jeremy Renner
literally dead.
Jeremy Renner is dead. Hawkeye's not dead.
Well, Heimdall.
Heimdall is in Valhalla.
Is literally dead.
Good point.
So we're just bringing him back.
Loki is I mean, I like that they consider all these people mightiest heroes. The second one on there is a villain.
Is notoriously known as a villain. That's why I'm like, it's either it's too much of a mistake for it not to be true. You know what I'm saying? To add Loki on there as the Earth's mightiest heroes, I feel like is pretty a really big.
Well, Loki fucking. Again, we talked about this last episode. Some of you who might not have been here. His version of the successful Ultron boss, just as he talked about in Age of Ultron. No, that's exactly what it is. Is that those were supposed to be the Ultron bots that he originally was supposed to create. That was Supreme fucking Iron Man. He's fucking goated. Some of the concept art got leaked a long time ago, and the fucking thing looked fabulous. His suit looked fabulous, and I wish they would have done it. I hope they bring him. Maybe the reason they didn't show him in Multiverse of Madness was because they wanted to make more money, and so they're gonna put him in Doomsday to bring all like a huge amount of cast, like A-list celebrities. I heard there's a lot of people behind the scenes who are trying to get into Marvel. Like one of the theories that has been going around is that Henry Cavill was casted as Captain Britain. Basically, what Captain Britain was essentially Captain America, but while America liked to popularize everything and put it in the news, we did it first, we did everything. Britain kept him a secret and basically had him doing these secret missions all around the world the entire time. So it's very possible that he could be showing up because he showed up in Deadpool and Wolverine. And we know that they cast similar actors or actors who have been shown in other movies that were not top tier superheroes get casted later on as a different superhero, and they just say it's the multiverse. So realistically, he could be from the 717 of Wolverine, but then in 616 he could be Captain Britain. But in another universe, he's Magneto, for instance, right? So it's interesting to see the way every celebrity or their characters being developed in the way they are themselves. I don't know. It's just interesting to me, bro. And I fucking love this shit. I might be a nerd, but damn, man.
Claim to make as a hero. Yeah. That's why I believe that they actually know something we don't know.
Well, what they say here is Avengers 5 Day of Destruction. That might just be like the Chinese title of the movie is Avengers Doomsday Day of Destruction. That's just what it literally translates to. But it says Earth 616, which I find interesting. Like these are the 616 heroes. That it might also just be like Chinese audiences. These are their A-lists. They're like, give us more Idris Elba, give us more Tom Hiddleston.
Which is crazy to be like, Heimdall.
He's on my A-list.
But you hate his son. So
I hate Axel. That's my middle name, and I just
and you're like, he ruined it somehow, even though I came first.
There are 12 people who ruined that movie more than he did.
That's great. But yeah, Loki does. We all know that marketing-wise, Loki and like Scarlet Witch sell a lot. They didn't put her on there though. Which is also interesting because that woman
on there,
the Elena, but Scarlet Witch is genuinely dead. So I'm like, for all the dead people, it's only Heimdall, right?
Maybe.
On that list.
Yeah,
it's just Heimdall.
Well, Iron Man is dead.
Oh, well, technically, sorry, Iron Man is dead. Iron Man is dead.
I mean, yeah, that's also an interesting confirmation that like maybe this is just like the ashes of the Marvel universe that we knew. Who knows what exactly this is, right? It could just mean a lot of different things.
Or what if those people die?
Well, again,
or like
three of them are already
three already dead, and then more. It's just be crazy. I don't think they want to kill Yelena and
See, I gotta get used. Yeah, no, I realized that after, broski. I realized that after. Basically, what I just said. Let me recap what I just said. I love the What If show, Dead Score, because again, like from the time when Star Lord met up with that one guy who's evil, where you see in Guardians of the Galaxy, he's like, "Oh my God, Star Lord, I'm your biggest fan," and then the one guy gets destroyed, and he's like, "You can't complain, it's the Star-Lord." He's like, "Yo, give me your gun." He gives him his stuff. And then even like Thanos, where he's like, "I got therapy. I've been working on myself." Da-da-da-da-da. Or even Yondu taking Black Panther instead of Star-Lord was like, it just shows you, like, it's like, what if this happened? What if this happened? So I'm intrigued to see if Watcher gets introduced. What do you think? What do you think, Dead Score? Do you think Watcher gets introduced in Secret Wars or Doomsday? If he does show up. It's gonna be an interesting one.
In Doomsday, because they are really go ready for her to be on everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So a lot of interesting potential confirmations here. And then moving on to the throne. This throne, this is our best shot that we could find of the throne. The reason I'm obsessed with this is two things. One, where does Doom have this throne in the movie? If he comes from humble Latveria.
Dead Score, I'm telling you, broski. Like, they what's his name? I'm trying to think of his name. It's the guy who's literally just in Fantastic Four. Huge motherfucker. Why can't I even think of his name? You know who I'm talking about, Dead Score? He's the fucking Galactus. They introduced Galactus, and like even he's one of like the Omegas of fucking Marvel. And that shit was fucking crazy. So if they're introducing Galactus, brother, the Watcher has to be introduced next. But again, if it's true, Stan Lee might have been the original Watcher. Who knows if they will show him now, right? The Watcher is one of my favorites, but the Watcher is the only one and not a multiple. No, exactly. Same with Galactus. The Watcher and Galactus are like one of like the only peoples that have like the Omega status where there isn't multiple versions of themselves. They are such fucking like crucial fucking characters to the stories that like if they didn't exist, certain planets would have killed other planets. Certain people would have destroyed other people, just like Galactus. We see Galactus as this bad, evil guy, but his whole thing is he sees Celestials and he sees them, so he feeds on that. If he knows that a Celestial is going to go to that Earth and destroy it and kill it, he goes there and feeds on it before they can. That's why he went after Franklin Richard, is because he could detect Celestials before they're even known to be Celestials. So it's really interesting to kind of see where Marvel's taking this turn. Let's get back to this. Yeah.
In the 838 universe, at the 828 universe rather, at the start of Avengers Doomsday, this looks like a completed Throne of Battle World on the other side of his victory. So that looks dope, by the way. I hope this is the prop that they have in the movie. And then that central symbol right above where the arrow, another new Rockstar's arrow in the wild. Oh, look at this zoom and enhance that Brian's doing for us. This is majestic.
But I love the zoom.
He's literally doing like the thing that they do in movies if you draw a rectangle around it and then it enhances them. Yes, this rune is specific to Dr. Doom. It is on the new Latvian flag that we saw at the South by Southwest pop-up. That's like Dr. Doom's symbol that he puts on his country's flag because the guy's a narcissist. But also that is like a magical rune. We saw that as a big part of last year's Shanghai Disney Expo, where we saw that in a laser display, and we're like, this must be some kind of magical rune, some kind of symbol that Dr. Doom can like conjure. And then if you zoom back out from this, zoom out and de-enhance. There's a whole shitload of these runes along the steps leading up to it.
Wait, they're on the steps too?
These are like the ones that are along the perimeter of the Doomsday Countdown.
Oh shit! See, that's what I'm saying, broski. Yeah. Broski, this is what's interesting, is that there's symbols on the outer ring of this thing, right? And there's symbols on these stairs now. So this has to be like, because if we think of like Doctor Strange and shit, right? His little symbols that he was doing, even like we go back to No Way Home, I think might have been like the third or fourth time. Oh, that brings up his mother was a witch. Yeah, No, but that's where he gets his whole thing is the technology and the wish thing is he has those powers, right? And then on top of that, in the comics with God Emperor Doom, he works with Doctor Strange, which might add up. And we discussed in last episode that again, if Doctor Strange at the end of that video, end of the movie of Multiverse of Madness, he cuts a hole in time and he's more in tune with his third eye, which is his evil self. So if he's more in tune with his evil self, that might mean that he's working with God Emperor Doom by the end. So maybe eventually there's been leaks saying that he's the reason that certain Avengers turns sides on the actual Avengers and decide to take Doctor Strange's side is because again, Doctor Doom and Doctor Strange work hand in hand in the comics as one of his people that goes out and does his bidding. They're both magic. They both focus on like doing spells and spiritual shit, right? And so that's what made him go to Wanda in Multiverse of Madness was because again, she was a witch and she was involved in magic. And all these people are very much connected. When you look back at Agatha, everybody knows everyone. Even if you haven't met one of these witches or you haven't talked about them in the past, they probably know who you are. You've probably heard their name, most certainly.
Clock. We did do a video trying to break down what the hell those things are, but I think these are all like a specific type of magic that Dr. Doom has used to try to save his mother Cynthia from the hands of Mephisto.
Oh, Dead Score, did you just hear that, broski? Hold up. Dead Score might be onto something here. Yo, hold up. His mother was a witch, right? And then that guy just said he was trying to save his mother Cynthia from Mephisto. Right, and that could add up because in Ironheart, we get introduced that Mephisto had been in every single person who had been in Forbes Top 100 has made a deal with Mephisto, which if you look back in Iron Man, he was one of the top 100 on the Forbes. So that means that Mephisto made a deal with Iron Man. So, did he make a deal with Doom and he gave him these powers? And is he going to be in this fucking Doctor Doom? Bro, this is interesting. A lot of his origin is built off of saving his mother from hell and getting revenge on the Zemo family for killing his mother. Interesting, bro. I'm going to have to watch a video. Probably tomorrow, we're going to watch a video on Doom's history. Because that's an interesting one. I guess I didn't know as much about Doom as I thought I did. That's fucking sick, bro. I'm glad you know about this, Dead Score. This is amazing.
What the hell those things are, but I think these are all like a specific type of magic that Dr. Doom has used to try to save his mother Cynthia from the hands of Mephisto. Mephisto's name probably won't come up in Doomsday, but Cynthia, I think, will.
Okay.
And this is what gives him an edge, in addition to being a military leader, a genius scientist.
Did we cross-check it with the chaos magic and with the magic from like Ironheart?
I've cross-checked it, not with everything in Ironheart, but when the Doomsday stuff came out at first, I did look at every available symbol I could find from the MCU Bible that we have. Could not find anything. It's new. This is new stuff.
It makes sense.
Yeah, and we'll figure out an alphabet.
We'll figure out the alphabet.
We'll find a.
He's not an easy character.
It's all
to
giving
deal
very
with.
Celtic, but it is also still giving very.
It's gonna piss me off, Dead Score. Baron von Zemo. Zemo in the 616. Interesting. I'm gonna have to look up into this. So again, like he just said, let me just
we'll find a
sense.
Let me just refresh
and we'll figure out an alphabet.
We'll figure out the alphabet.
Yeah, we'll find a crypt.
It's all giving very Celtic, but it is also still giving very much Wakanda.
Yeah.
Again, like it's just interesting to me. Yeah. I was saying that before, Dead Scores, that Mephisto was just introduced, right? And like the top 100, that's definitely like Iron Man was on the top Forbes 100, and Mephisto said in that he was in every single person's pocket who was on the Forbes top 100. Whether that meant now, maybe after Iron Man died, or before, but he had been in them one way or another. It's fucking interesting to me, man. Like I am so fucking excited for this shit, bro.
Yeah,
it's giving both the best of both options in this regard.
Totally. We're really giving this Twitter account a big shout out on New Rockstars right now.
Brian,
they didn't even take the photo. They just they're an aggregator who posted it, but we appreciate that you shared it with the internet. And thank you to whoever originally took this photo. We're obviously not in Shanghai right now.
It's also it's very much giving like straight up Mortal Kombat. Just the look of this throne room, just like it's so hard and rigid. But it feels like it also could fucking become like Optimus Prime and turn into something else.
So it's like, imagine Doom sitting on this throne, Sheriff Doctor Strange sitting next to him, with Bucky kneeling before the throne, and then Sheriff Doctor Strange says, Bucky, finish him.
Finish him, fatality. And then Strange just walks away.
Brian got where I was going with that.
I got it.
And you just chose not to react.
I reacted.
Which is the right move.
No, the thing is...
Hey, you're wearing a Mephisto shirt.
The thing is, he gives out pity laughs.
We know
Brian gives out pity laughs. And I love that.
And we appreciate
Brian,
it.
and I appreciate it, and I need it.
We need it. Some days we really do need it. You know what? It's giving Mustafar from Darth Vader's castle from Star Wars.
Do you like this throne?
I do like this
You
throne.
like this throne?
I want this throne.
Does it look like rocks more than it looks like metal?
It looks like metal to me. It's so smooth. I want my toilet to be this throne.
Ew.
I will spend all day on it.
Okay, so I'm also imagining this throne will have this stained glass window behind it. And that's giving the stained glass is giving me Loki.
Yeah.
It's giving me the end of.
Oh, I see. The Citadel. Maybe
I said the same
throne
thing
is in
before.
the Citadel at the end of time.
I said that
was
just
once
before.
Kang's
I just said that.
Oh,
and he redecorated it, and that's how we connect to the Quantumania
Can he go beyond?
stuff.
He can go beyond that, right?
He can.
I told y'all.
Yeah, right.
That looks
He can
like
go
the
beyond
Citadel.
that.
Yep.
What do you mean beyond? that?
Well, I mean,
I guess I
what's
called
beyond?
because he,
Loki?
I'm going back to Loki season 1, where he's like, we created the idea that we were watching.
See, I told y'all. It's Loki, end of Loki season 1. I told y'all that connects into it. Has to.
Watching every reality, right? So could Doom go to that portion of the end of the time and
I think so.
And just disrupt it like that?
I think so, because how do you access the TVA?
Yeah, right?
You have to have well, it seems like sometimes sling ring portals will let you do it, but they have an anti-magic law in the TVA. So you have to have one of these time door tempad openers.
Right, and that's all you need, and you can get there via that. Okay. Yeah, that's true.
I mean, there may be some other technology. There could be a backdoor to it. Whatever.
They just made it feel like that it's so unapproachable that I was like, oh, no one can reach this part unless you were the biggest, the best of the best. And I'm like, oh, is Doom supposed to be that best of the best that can reach the end of time and just fuck up everything?
What are the back rooms of the MCU?
That's what I'm wondering. And well, the back rooms has to be like even the places where what Cloak and Dagger and where what's his name? Doorman. Where Doorman can go to. There's that, right? And then there's like the white
kind of
room.
Shadow realm, yeah.
Yeah, so it's like, is the back rooms including like those back areas, like where Jean Grey as the Phoenix can also go to? Because that's what I was imagining back rooms would be like. Oh, here's the dark dimension, here's the black one, and here's the white room, and here's this.
We've seen a couple different possible back rooms. One, there's like the fifth dimensional space where the Watcher watches from, which is just from the other side of the wall. Which is kind of like McConaughey in Interstellar being like, Murph, now, pounding on the bookcase.
That's real. That's a real back room.
That's one back rooms. The TVA is kind of the most back roomsy Kane Parsons back rooms. Like it's just an office space with kind of humming lighting.
But they're able to have monitors that show every other reality as well.
Yeah. So I think they're kind of the back.
If you guys can hit the like down below, give us a sub. Thank you so much for being here. Just wanted to say that. Thank you.
Rooms of the multiverse. If anything's the back rooms of the multiverse, it's the TVA.
It's the TVA. Yeah. Okay. And he can reach it and he can fuck it up.
Because it's kind of endless. Yeah. So he's got to find a backdoor way.
Does he have to reach the TVA? Does he have to reach Loki in order to take everything?
Like, could he do it
without it
via Zoom?
No, could he do it without it? He could do it without it, right? Because they're just anticipating things. They're not stopping things.
Well, he has to have his own arc on this movie, and I think he has some magical power, right? But I think in order to do what he wants to do, he has to have some kind of power over all of reality.
Right, all of it.
And maybe Franklin Richards helps him with that, but like I think currently the God of Stories.
Because what we were told was that Franklin Richards in Fantastic Four was going to be the baby. And then by Doomsday, he's going to be like 10, 12 years old maybe. He's going to be way older. He was a little baby in that film. He was just born. Apparently, by this time, it's going to be like 5 years, 4 years, whatever it is. Because if you look in the end of Thunderbolts, it goes 18 months later, and then it shows the ship. So I'm wondering if there's going to be another time jump, kind of like, do you guys remember in Endgame when they did the 5 years later, and then it's fucking Ant-Man appears, and then he figures out like, oh shit, all these people disappeared from the blip. I'm wondering if it's a situation like this.
When the Russo brothers did that bullshit, and they're like, these are not trailers, they're stories.
Oh, you think it's him telling
I
the
think it was
stories?
God of Stories Loki reference.
So you think that we are potentially only using Loki to understand where things are going?
I think so. I mean, look, Loki
Which
got
works,
mentioned
it
on the
works.
plaque.
Hey,
They care about Loki a
it
lot.
works. Well, he got a chair, right? Didn't he get a chair?
He also got a throne.
He got a chair, so he's getting. He got a throne, so he is gonna be in the movie. I can see it being to that degree.
Oh, he didn't get a chair in this.
No, he didn't get a Marvel
There's no
chair.
Loki throne. Oh, you're talking about the set
director
chairs.
chair. The
yes,
director
Hiddleston.
chair.
Yes.
Yeah, so he's got to be in there to the degree.
It was confirmed.
It would make sense that he has to race to Loki and like fucking kill him.
I think he either wants to kill him or like absorb him in some way.
You gotta absorb him, yeah.
That's remember the Mordo too many sorcerers scene, and they never resolved it from the first Doctor Strange movie. Like what he was doing was kind of talking about like what Doctor Doom is all about. You know, like what is sorcery if not something that helps you like warp and bend reality to your will? And I'm like, shit, that's all Doctor Doom stuff. And then he steals Jonathan Payne's powers and makes poor Benjamin Bratt, unable to walk again. So I think that's what Doctor Doom is going to do to like Loki.
Okay.
Maybe he uses Franklin Richards to do it or Sentry to do it.
Yeah,
but...
ripping him out of that. I wonder if ripping him away from that will kill him now.
Yeah, is it like kind of tearing away a hornet's nest from a bunch of a thicket of vines?
Dude, it would have to kill him.
Or is it going to be like in Tarzan, how the guy's just slashing the vines, and then he...
That would be horrible. And see, and that.
How many times are they gonna make us think Loki's gonna die? Fucking Thor, fucking Avengers, fucking like how many times? They've done his death at least 3 or 4 times at this point, right?
That's when the Watcher comes in, because the Watcher's like, you can't be doing this, but then he's gonna lose.
So is the Watcher in this?
Yeah, Jeffrey Wright has to be in it.
I want him to be in it.
I think
it's just they haven't talked about
when
him
you're
at all.
destroying. They haven't talked about it at all, but I do know that Brad Winderbaum loves that man too much. The Watcher specifically, that he's like, come on, please put him in the MCU, please.
It would be,
and it's not gonna hurt anyone to put him, Jeffrey Wright, as the Watcher in the movie. But I do think it's like, again, if you're gonna bring Doom in here, and this man is gonna disrupt everything. Everybody that's able to stop him has to interfere at one point.
Yeah.
And that is one of those people is the Watcher. He has to not even interfere completely, but just be like, oh shit, I gotta warn someone. Captain Carter. Like he's gotta involve somebody.
Captain Carter.
It sucks though because I know that the Eternals and the
Thinking about that, Captain Carter, wasn't Captain Carter part of the British people? So I'm wondering if they introduce Henry Cavill as Captain Britain with Carter. That would be an interesting one. Huh. Captain Britain and Carter would be an interesting team up with that. I wonder if that's how they introduce it.
The Skrulls won't be a part of this.
No, they won't.
But I do think
they won't.
the limitations on the Watcher are unnecessary.
Do you think why is it that they can't just move? Are they uninterested in this? Is it just like we can't have Jeffrey Wright with his big bald head? I think that is one Marvel Glove shitto that honestly people going to see these movies won't question.
They
They'll be
will.
like,
I wouldn't
okay.
question. You guys
He's a
literally
space
made him
god.
look like him.
Yeah.
I think it's that MCU and the Marvel Television kind of crossover that they're like.
Yes, I think that's it too. But also like when Kevin Feige talks about this, he talks about Brad Winderbaum as being kind of the nerd in the room.
And he wants the best for his shows.
Right.
And he wants that crossover because it won't do anything but make his Marvel Television better if we see that crossover. So I think they're just waiting their time. But I do think Doomsday or Secret Wars is that time to show it.
I think Fantastic Four First Steps would have been a better time.
It would have been, and it was stupid that it was just a little
just because
comic drawing.
the Watcher is the one in the Galactus trilogy in the comics that warns them.
Yeah.
And it was already a multiverse movie in the way that it ended in the post-credit scene.
Yeah, I think it would have been great. Even just showing his head.
Well, they did have the comic art.
That's why I said though, but that's stupid, and that doesn't count.
Well, I think overall
because you can't look through he's not looking through the art, or at least unless they make that a thing that he can look through his drawings.
I think he's like kind of like Freddy Krueger in that sense.
Oh yeah, like
mediums.
Sinister, where it's like, oh, the children are looking through the paintings and they see the killer.
That's great. If you're still around, brother, do you think that's possible? That like he could like take the form of like a comic book and be able to see outside of the comic book and be able to keep a watch on things? I mean, he is the Watcher, right? I mean, I wouldn't put it past him. He's like an Omega. There's literally his powers are like limitless. There is like nothing he can't fucking do. Huh.
Yeah, he could do that.
Or in The Ring, how she comes out.
Oh, yeah, or The Ring. Yeah, he could do that, but I don't think they're going to make that the qualifier. I think it is just the Marvel Television of it all, which is annoying because it's like, Jeffrey Wright, just do it. You're bringing back, oh, well, no, Peggy is just going to be Peggy, isn't she? She's not going to be Captain Carter.
Is there a camartage in Doctor Doom's dimension? Like, let's assume that it's Universe 828. Was there a Sorcerer Supreme, a Camartage, a Sanctum Sanctorum in that version of New York City?
I feel like they would have stopped him.
They would have
tried to
stopped
stop
Galactus?
Him. No, they would have tried to stop Doom before he gets bad.
What if he became Sorcerer Supreme of this reality?
Oh, that'd be really fun if he's using that magic. They should just let him use that magic, but I do also like the idea that he's using a different magic.
It's just a completely different language.
And that makes it so it's like only he can do it right now.
Yeah.
Only he's doing it. We're not fucking with it. No one can beat it because we don't know what it is. We don't have enough time to figure out what it is. Like, it makes it easier.
It should be really hard for like Dr.
Dead Score in the comments says the Watcher can see all and everything. Also, one of the most powerful beings in the multiverse. That and Santa. Santa is also an Omega. I don't know if you knew that. In Guardians of the Galaxy, we learned that he is definitely an Omega. For sure, in the holiday episode. He is definitely an Omega.
Doctor Strange to even decode.
Yeah, I want it to be... that's the whole point. It's got to be difficult. Even him working with Reed, it has to be difficult. It has to be
And they
hard.
could do some line where they let Benedict Cumberbatch say something like, in all my studies of all the magic from the Camartage archives, I never came across anything like this. And that's millennia upon millennia old. And they can say like, well, he got it from some dark source. And then I'll be in the audience going, Mephisto is where he got it.
That'd be so funny if Mephisto was like, I did a lot of bad things, but Doom is probably the worst.
Yeah.
My bad.
I should not have taken Doom's mom.
I didn't realize that he was going to fuck up my world too.
Yeah. He's just trying to eat his gross pizza in hell.
I love Mephisto. I love him so much. He was my favorite part of Ironheart.
What? Really?
Mm-hmm. I love him in Ironheart. I love him in Riri. I didn't want her to get controlled by him, but I love that she fell for it. I love it.
It worked really well.
I would too, bitch. What are you talking about? like I'm a poor girl trying to make money doing things. Yeah, I'm gonna fall for the devil.
It's still crazy that in that show is where we got our Mephisto appearance, but I'm surprised how well it worked.
We talked about it, and I know that they took forever, and they probably weren't even thinking about this, but it does help that we have Vision Quest coming, and it's talking more about like, oh, how far can technology go? How deep can sentiency go? And then in Ironheart, it's just about Mephisto's magic controlling, like making her weapons better. And then now we're getting into Doomsday, where I'm like, oh, Dr. Doom is using magic to make himself invincible. Like, magic and technology is the best. I love that conversation in Marvel Cinematic Universe. I love it. I'm so excited for that in Vision Quest. I loved it in Ironheart. I'm gonna love it in Doomsday.
Let's move on to what we have planned on the New Rockstars channel this week. Tomorrow we have our breakdown of season 3 episode.
That's it for that. This has been the Tony Rigatoni, Don Alfredo show. It's going to be a bit of a shorter episode today. Tomorrow I will be doing it from 9 to 11, maybe 9 to 12. I want to do a longer video tomorrow. That's why I'm kind of doing this early today, because I don't want to get into it and then I have to cut the video halfway. I have an hour-long Spider-Man Easter egg trailer breakdown of some of the new videos, and I'm thinking of going back to the old movies that New Rockstar did, and they did 300 plus Easter eggs that you've never seen in the movies, and I'm thinking we cover that on the show. I truly appreciate every single person who's been here, like honestly. Let me just put something up here for a second. Dead Score says they are part of the celestial gods of the creation of everything. If you go back and look at the temple in the first Guardians movie, you could see all 4 of the walls. Yes, no, 150% Dead Score. You are completely right, brother. You are completely right. And again, like, it's going to be interesting to see how everything turns out with this movie. I'm really hoping Doomsday works out, guys. Like, honestly. I truly hope it works out. I'm going to load up the song here, my people. I truly appreciate every single person for being here with me. If you guys can like this, share this video with somebody close to somebody you know. Hit us with a like button. And I will see you guys soon on The Triangulation.
Shit. I've been at the top. But shit, I've been on the bottom for too long, but it is what it is. Lost a lot, shit, I bled to the beat. Moved another brick, made 1,000 and repeat. Shit. I've been at the top. Shit, I've been on the bottom for too long, but it is what it is. Lost a lot, shit, I bled to the beat. Moved another brick, made 1,000 and repeat. 22 he died, he was screaming out for help. He should've yelled for his mans, but all he wants is clout. I jumped up with my rubber bands. I fucked the hoe, I'm out. Tell me how I be, cause all I know is making paper on this money route. I mean my laser finna slam me to the ground and choke you out. How they say they own me, but they never held a toolie. How he said he finna slide, but sliding in a 2-seat. When I jumping out, running with this Uzi. I just bust a green tips, his head is feeling oozy. I mean the trap guy's trapped and told me to slap one. I got a feeling that my oops watching. Creep up, smoking piano, woke up with some drama and a static. Your mom's want cock and my coke and it's tragic. I told you I'm of the biggest thing since chopped cheese. You stay plotting, think they rob me. I'm that demon in the spot. I grew up playing hockey. I got the car keys. I slide like put him in his place if he try to start with me. I mean I'm down to party, but don't part with me. Inherited beef, so that's generational wealth. Americans wanted to see how the trappers trap up in the north. Land a great white, coke on the table every night. I sell a brick and rob the plug if he fights me on a price. I pay like triple for the work, you overcharge me twice. So if this gun is in your face, please just don't cry. I got an eye for an opposite drop, so I make that back again.
Thank you so much, Houdini. Thank you, Dead Scorch. Thank you, Lucifina. Thank you, Leoners, Tutus, Reets. Shout out to everybody who has been here with me. Gamer James. I love you guys so fucking much.
He wasn't one of us. No. We wasn't friends like that.
Smoking 22, the feeling in my face. Smoking 22, the feeling in my face. Smoking 22, the feeling in my face. Smoking 22, the feeling in my face.
So you think that my mans ain't had the time, break it off. You'll get stuffed inside the van if you this isn't a thunder show. Cause I rob you and your mans if you think this is how it goes. I'ma break down the wall and show you how to tie the rope. I'm breaking the pattern, attacking the track with a hazardous cadence. They claiming they savage, then panic the second I'm entering spaces. I'm ready to rattle the case in the pace, but I'm back in their places. You running your mouth for attention, but never be matching the statements. I'm quick with the syllable switch when I spit, it's a critical hit. You're acting invincible, brilliant, brittle, and easy to split. The minute the rhythm is kicking, I'm twisting and gripping the script. Then doubling back with another attack before you can finish your bid. I'm a beast when the beat gets unleashed, better cease with the weak conversation. Increasing the speed while I'm weaving through schemes with complete domination. No peace when I'm speaking, I'm reaching the peak with relentless precision. You thought it was sweet, now you're seeing the difference between us is vision. Better step to the side when I ride on my ride. Whenever I'm rhyming, every letter a line, every bar intertwined with impeccable timing. You're pretending you're cold, but you fold when the pressure is climbing. I'm controlling the room with the boom. Hear the whole crowd behind me. Shit. I've been at the top. Shit, I've been on the bottom for too long, but it is what it is.
Thank you for the W, Leonard. Let's fucking go.
I bled to the beat. Moved another brick, made 1,000 and repeat.
Smoking 22, the feeling in my face. Smoking 22, the feeling in my face. Smoking 22, the feeling in my face. Smoking 22, the feeling in my face.
Shit, I've been at the top. But shit, I've been on the bottom for too long. But it is what it is. Lost a lot of shit, I bled to
Thank you so much for being here, everybody. I love every single one of you. This is The Triangulation. Have a great day, and we